Sosuke Aizen. Sosuke Aizen was a great villain. He was, you know, one of the best in anime, right? So he planned on creating the Oken, from souls and the bones of the royal guard, and he was gonna replace the Soul King as a cornerstone to like all three realms, believing that his idea of what the three realms should be was right, and he would become a transcended being and do that, you know, essentially becoming the god of the universe or of that verse. But he didn't plan right, you know. He didn't count for certain things. He became too arrogant on his way to the top. So he came into the fake Katakura town. They already had it placed to where they wouldn't be in Katakura town because they didn't want the humans, regular humans, to be affected. So they fought against the Soul Reapers. Aizen cut down Tirhai Bell after he found out that he saw them as obsolete, the Arankars. And they served their purpose for what they needed to, and then, on to the next. He then, ran shit with the 13 Court Guard Squads, cut them down because they've already seen his Shikai release. His Shikai release, Kyoka Suigetsu, after they see his sword, right, after it's activated, in the powers of the illusions never go away. As long as Aizen has his sword activated, you're still under his illusions, even like years later and shit. So he had that working for him. But then Ichigo was there. Ichigo was one that was never placed under Suigetsu's control. So that was one thing that Aizen had. But like as Aizen progressed in power, and the Hogyoku recognized him as its master, he started to become more powerful. He fought against Yoroichi. Well, he fought against head captain Yamamoto too. Yamamoto couldn't put him down, even with using I think it was one of the 90 Hados he used. Boom! It still wasn't able to take down Aizen. So then Ishin, um, Kisuke, and Yoroichi came. They were fighting against him, basically just to buy Ichigo time. He went into the world of the living, and he was gonna destroy that, create the portal to get to um, Soul Palace, and then do what he had to do to become the cornerstone, steal it from the Soul King. But then Ichigo was there. Ichigo trained in the Dangai Precipice world, and he obtained final Getsuga Tensho form. He put basically all of his reality into the sword, and like physical strength, durability, all that went up, even surpassed Aizen in like his certain forms. And he was still growing and transcending as he was fighting Ichigo, but Ichigo, was still more powerful at that moment in time, slightly, you know. Ichigo used the final Getsuga Tensho, which was a powerful move, you know. However, Aizen had the Hogyoku on his side. That helped him recoup, so he could, bounce back. Ichigo lost all of his power. He was like, damn. After that, Kisuke's, Kido spell kicked in. And Aizen was fucked after that. He became boxed in and he lost. That's how he lost, because he was sealed. He got sealed just like Kage Otsutsuki. I'll have to talk about her soon too. But strength rising, 98. 97 for his speed, 98 for his durability, 99 for his endurance, 93 for his intelligence, and then 93 for his experience, 96 for his close skills, and 98 for his range skills, 98 for his recoup, and a 98 for his axe. Overall power score 96.8 for Sosuke Aizen during the downfall. Be cool, Corner.